upload or go back. That's what I'm saying. I mean, and then there's sometimes where you guys will try to upload it in class and 5 minutes later it's done. So it's traffic. All right. Take a moment, get centered, and whenever you are ready.
Okay.
You're recording, right?
I know. I'm not bashful.
No, I said you're recording.
I know.
Question.
Yes, I am currently recording. Well, that's a good icebreaker, though. Okay. To be informed is to know. To know is to be informed. If you will, could you imagine purchasing something without knowing what it is? Now, would you do that? The same goes with voting. When one votes and doesn't know who they are voting for, they're just voting because of party difference or preference, or because their parents told them to, and they don't ever take the opportunity to look, well, what is that? That's contributing to candidates being in office that should not be, or that people argue about because they do a poor job. Civilized society is made possible by an informed voter base. From junior college students to unemployed people, to working people, to older people, everyone that has the ability to vote should vote. It is a very important aspect of the American political system. Justin Farid is a young, upcoming politician who has received more endorsements in recent times. According to Ballotpedia, he came in second in the overall primary. He received 20% of the vote. It's too close at this time to call whether or not he will represent the Republican Party for the 24th Congressional District of California, but it would look to be likely because he has the edge, and it looks like he's gaining traction. Justin Farid has a wealth of experience. He formerly served as a legislative aide to Congressman Whitman, also working on international committee and drafting legislation, according to Ballotpedia.com. Also, according to JustinFarid.com, he frequently accompanied Congressman Whitfield on the floor, gaining valuable experience as to how Congress works. And as to the previous statement I had made, that was according to www.justinfarid.com, making that correction. Justin Farid has succeeded academically and in business. He went to Santa Barbara High, and he attained a bachelor's degree at UCLA. And UCLA has pretty good standards, so that's pretty good academic right there. Farid himself is in the medical business. He is vice president of his family's company, which is Proban Sports, and they make equipment to help people with tennis elbow and other injuries. Justin Farid has strong views that he has expressed clearly. I gained these views from Ballotpedia.org, and they had them listed. Immigration. I support immigration reform that strengthens families, and I also support reform that would enforce borders, close them, improve the situation. That's what I would gather, but that's just me. Healthcare. Americans deserve access to quality healthcare at fair prices. Obamacare is an instance in which big government took something and messed it up. I'm not per se against Obamacare. He's for fair prices. So maybe he's flexible in that area. I don't know. That's personal supposition. Taxes. Our current tax system is broken and it needs to be simplified. Have you ever looked at a tax book? It's like 700 pages long. People pay people to read that stuff. So that's an obvious point that any politician should be aware of. Government debt. If any of you have taken a look at the ticking time clock, take a look at it sometime. It's pretty bad. Our government cannot continue to spend more money than it takes in. If we stay on the current fiscal course, we will not be able to uphold our promises that we have made or make the future investments necessary to keep the country running in a healthy fashion. I covered Justin Farid's experience, his education and business accomplishments. I know I could have been more extensive, but I gave you baseline. And I also covered his personal viewpoints, which I think is important with any candidate. Regardless of who you vote for, or your ideological leanings, it's important that you make informed choices as voters. Everybody has the right to have their own opinion, but to know the candidates you vote for is, in my opinion, a civic duty. If you don't use that civic duty wisely, the people that fought for it, because in the past, many people did fight for the right to vote, and today, many people take it for granted. There was women's suffrage, there were the black people that fought for the right to vote. So it is an important right, and I encourage all of you to exercise it, because every voice has an opinion. Remember, The Power of One, also a very good book. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah.